Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be using watercolors. I've actually been getting into watercolor, but I'll show you the reference. So I already started on this, so what I usually start with the watercolors is just blocking out all the colors, and I'll go into details later. Okay, here's the reference. It's not really looking similar right now, but we'll get to it because I just trying to block out the colors of like the rocks I'm gonna work on. I'm probably gonna go in with a light wash of blue, then I'm gonna go in with a light wash of orange down here, another blue wash because of the horizon, then green. So it's a little bit complicated, but I think I'll be able to do it. And I'll show you what watercolors I'm using. So I have a bit, not a lot, but I'm using the Viva color sheets. They're really, really vibrant. They're amazing and they last forever. And I use the Koi watercolors. I think this is the travel set. But yeah, this one's really nice too. And for brushes, I'll probably just be using a 4 round brush and an 8 round brush. I will tell you if I use a different one. But basically, I'll just be talking through my process, and yeah, because I have not done a video like this, probably because I've only published 2, but yeah. So now I'm using the 8, and I'm just gonna do a light wash of these ones are too bright, so I'm just gonna use the Koi ones. I really like the Koi ones. They just take a while to like activate. Like you really have to like rub your brush into them. I love the color scheme of blue and orange together. They look so good, but yeah, I really like them together. But I feel like I don't use it enough. But I will try to, because this is just such a pretty color combination. There's no saying otherwise, I fear. I didn't mean to do that, because the horizon's supposed to be down here, but I made it. Where's paper towel? Where's paper towel? Yippee doo. I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, I'm just going in with the bases of the sky, so it kind of fades in. So it kind of goes from blue to orange, but there's also clouds, so I'm just doing a very, very light wash for the blue, because I think it's mostly orange. So. And let me know if you want a tutorial, because this is kind of just like a chat with me process, but I don't know if tutorials would do good, but you know, we can always experiment. And I'm gonna do the horizon line. It's like down here. But yeah, I'm trying not to go too much in detail, just on my first like color wash, because otherwise it can look like it's too focused on details and the shapes aren't actually there, like the main shapes. Oh, that's way too much color. And I'm not editing out any of my mistakes, because I feel like some of these artists, I'll be lying to y'all. They never, yeah. But you know, I relate though, because no one wants to admit your mistakes, but you know, you gotta be real with people. I'm not looking to make it like super realistic. I just want to give off the impression that like, oh yeah, this is this scene. Like, You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not looking for super realistic stuff. But sometimes I really want to learn realism in watercolor, but that stuff takes ages. That might be too low down because I still need to make like the, yeah, I don't even know, y'all don't even understand, but I still need to make like the field down here, and I'm making the mountains too close down to that. I'm adding more orange because we need more orange in that. I'm going to darken up the blue of the sky a little bit, but not too much because I don't want it to overpower the orange. Just the top, because it's pretty dark in the reference. And now I'm going to try to do like the field, but this might not be dry yet, but you know, we're trusting the process. Maybe not, because that is something. I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit, so we still have room for like the bushes. Now I'm gonna work on defining the rocks a little bit, because the basic shape is there, so. I'm gonna use burnt umber just a little bit though, because this stuff is pigmented. Like look, that was a little bit. Like, if I said, oh, like what palette should I get? This. Like it might have like, wait. It might have 16 colors, but that is honestly, that's a good amount for really pigmented stuff. Like, and also mixing, like what? So, yeah, I'd recommend this. I don't know where to get it, cause, you know, shout out to my grandma. Oh my goodness. I need to learn to dip stuff in water before, maybe. But, you know. I was gonna say saying, but I forget it now. Okay. Why does it look like that? I feel like, I don't know. It needs to be more rigid. It can't be that round. I've never really dealt with like rigid stuff in watercolor before. I've kind of only done soft shapes. Oh, I should probably use a different brush because this is not doing me justice. I'm gonna use the 4 in the round brush. Oh, that is really dark. It's okay, I'll lift it up later. That does not look like a rock. This does not look like a rock. Trust the process. Okay, I see the vision. You probably don't, but that's okay. Trust the process, trust the process. These trap brushes are a little bit annoying because sometimes they like unscrew, but otherwise I really like them. That being said, I haven't really experimented with other brushes because these are the only watercolor brushes I've ever had, other than like a couple, like, because I showed them my grandma again. Because I've cut the other, but I haven't experimented with more types, like synthetic and real. Dude. I don't even know if these are real or synthetic. These are real, I know that, but I don't know about those ones. But I like all of them, and I think usually the only thing I need are round brushes, so that's kind of nice. But you know, fancy ones are kind of nice too, so. What did my Fitbit tell me? It's telling me to move. I think I need to soften these up a little bit because they're looking a little bit too hard. But as I was just saying, I do need more rough edges too, so. I'm gonna make this cactus darker because it's not looking like a cactus right now. Okay, that's not darker. Let me get my pigmented ones out because I was using koi's. And sometimes koi's are not too good for darkness. They're kinda usually light, but I do like them. Okay. I fear that's too dark. But trust. Yeah, I'm not looking for this to be super realistic, just like I want it to look like the picture at least a little bit. Yeah, let's not put it on the mountains, please. Like, what am I doing? As you can see, I'm not experienced with watercolors. So, you know, I would not take this as a tutorial, but you know, I'm kind of showing you my process if you're a beginner. Because I feel like to get the color you want in koi's, you have to darken it a lot. Because they're mostly light, but I really do like the koi's. I think, yeah. Oh, that's a bubble. Hello? Thank you. Then I'm gonna try to go to the lighter mountains back here. That's not light. I'm gonna go to that later because it's gonna blend in with the non-light mountains. I'll work on the rocks again. Like, I don't like working on a specific thing like at one time because my brain can't focus on like one thing and drawing for a long time. I have to bounce around. Otherwise, yeah, it's just like, also you want to focus on like the big picture, not just one thing, or it can look like way too detailed in one spot and everything else is just like, oh, that does not match up. I think yellow ochre might be good for the rocks, but we are trying. Okay, no, that's way too yellow. Okay, that's yellow spawn rock. That's okay, whatever. We'll cover it up with darker stuff. So I'm just going with burnt umber again. This is supposed to be like more carved out. That's way too dark. But basically, I'm mostly just working on the silhouette right now, but I've started to go into detail a bit more. There's like this mysterious glob of I don't even know on my koi palette, and it's not from the koi palette, but I do like it for this one, so we're using it. Hey, that cactus looking like a cactus. Progress? This is the mysterious glob color, which is pretty nice, I will say. think I'll try working on the clouds now, but clouds are hard because they're very like weird shapes, especially these ones. You know what? We're just scribbling, and that's okay. And I think it goes like more like spread out here. I do, there's these kois again, and I do really like them. As I said that a bunch of times, like, we get it, you like the kois. Oh my goodness. And there's like little ones here. Little one here. There's some like darker shadows I'm gonna put in later. And then it kind of goes out to just like this color. And I need to add more clouds because it's looking kind of bare, but reference is looking like a lot, so. Okay, yeah, it goes like more, like it goes more together over here, so I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna add shadows to like define them later, but it's looking pretty good, I think, maybe. Okay, sorry if the angle's weird because I have like my little stand, but it's like tilting up, so it looks bigger up here and smaller down here, but it's not like that. It is the same. Just so y'all, so I have to make it darker up here. Let's try. I tried. Okay, I need to stop doing the little twirly thing because it's not blending in with the lighter one I want it to blend in. Gotta add more orange here. And I'm doing like the back, like the further parts of the mountains, because as you go further away, it goes lighter. I think everybody knows that, but I just wanted to feel like I'm smart. My tape is like bubbling up, and I don't like it. I don't like everything else is like cooler. This is warm. I think it's because I'm using a different color. So I think we should go back to burnt umber because that's just too warm. Okay, that's now way too dark. That's okay. We'll make it work. No, we cannot make that work. Never mind. Okay, we saved it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, my paper's peeling. It's been overworked. That was my paper towel's fault. I'm blaming my paper towel, not me. It is another day. It's day 2 on working on this. I don't really like doing it in like one sit down and just do it. Like, I like doing it in different sections because I feel like it's really easy to get burnt out and unmotivated if you don't take breaks. I got my reference up. It is looking honestly pretty good. I don't know where the cactus went, but it's not there, so let me just do that. And I'm going in with my smaller round brush. Okay. Yeah, the koi watercolors are sometimes really annoying because they just like don't pick up all the pigment right away. Kind of have to just like really rub it. in, which is a little bit annoying, but I do really like the koi watercolors. I want Winsor & Newton. Like, I think I want to get the professional ones, but kind of a little bit out of my budget, so we're just gonna, I think I want to get the Cottmans because people are saying they're really good still, so. And I'm gonna add the shadows to the clouds, like up here, and yeah, and it's like a purpley color, so I'm gonna mix that on my palette. Take this purple, that is like a really bright purple too, so. Yeah, it needs to be like a grayer tone. So I'm just gonna add black too. Yeah, I think that's a good color. Yeah, that's good. Just adding the shadows. I need to blend it in more because it's not like blended, kind of sitting on top. Which is kind of how like layers work. Watch. Whatever. That's way too blue. I'll add gray or black, sorry. And then that's kind of the color I want. I really would love to do this in like one take to make it more like natural, but you know, I have stuff to do. Okay, I'm gonna move my palette back because you don't need to see that anymore. And the rocks are more in shadow than I thought, so I might do a wash, like when I'm done the details, of just like darker color on the rocks. Because now that I'm looking at it in comparison, it is way darker up here than it is here, and I want it to like there's light coming from the sun, and this isn't dark. And I just realized that now, which is good. So yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say, so it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I'll just do a wash over this with a I really want to get ink and like a dip brush pen to like line my watercolors because I think that would be really cool. And I have like a book on it. I'll show y'all it. It's called Creating Texture Landscape with Pen, Ink, and Watercolor. And like I have micron pens, but I do want ink just to, you know, just to make it a little bit fancy. And it has like really cool like showings. But yeah. I mean I could just use my pens, but I don't know. I don't need it, but it would be very nice. Sometimes it's nice just to like meticulous details on these things, but as you can see, I don't really like details because these are not looking like the photo really, but that's okay. I'll get there eventually. Whenever, like, not whenever I record this, like when I am recording this right now, I'm just resisting the urge to start singing because I like singing when I'm doing my art. That might sound really weird, but hey, we don't judge. I think like the background mountains are more of a bluey blue than a tealy blue, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, that's the color. That's a better color. But sometimes the the koi watercolors are good because sometimes you only want to pick up a little bit of pigment too. So I just say they're good all around, but everyone has their flaws. That's way too big for this. I completely discarded, let it dry before I do it, but it's still looking good. So, sometimes we abandon our old ways. I don't know where that came from. My bad. Down here. Oh, there's like more cactuses and stuff. Good enough. Actually, I want to be more faded into the background. Okay. Okay, yeah, I hate how this ripped off, so now there's like a patch of just like shedded off watercolor paper, and I don't like it. This rock should be out more, but what's done is done. Is everything dry because I can do the light wash? I'm gonna go over with a big round brush to do a light wash of darker, so it looks like the light's coming from here and it's lighter up here than here, because I feel like it's all looking the same and it looks like kind of daytime, but this more looks like sunset. So, yeah. It's like puddling up on the bottom because it's at an angle. I feel like this is more in the light too, so I won't do the full rock. This is looking pretty good. I thought it would look worse. And I want to add definition right here because that's just looking like a green blob right now. So I'm gonna use, I don't really know what this is called, but it's a size 8. Tell me what that is, please, because I don't know. I'm not searching it up. This is not definition, this is just lines, but at least it looks a little bit better maybe. I'll just add more definition here. And I'm gonna add more definition in the rocks. Okay, I do like the wash that I did. I'm working the clouds again because I don't like working on one thing. My goal right now is to post once a month. I might, on occasions, post twice a month, but that's just because I'm really motivated in that month. This is looking really good. Honestly, I have not done much watercolor thing. I'll show you my first watercolor thing that I did with that I did with guidance. It looks cool because I did it with guidance, and I had like someone else doing it with me. So it looks pretty good. The pumpkins are not it. I might redo it next Halloweeny time to see how much I improved. But yeah, I think I've improved a lot. techniques and stuff in the span of like 3 months, because I just like got into watercolor recently. Like, yeah, I really like watercolor. It's just like, it's nice and like acrylic paints because like the watercolors just do their own thing, and you know, it's kind of cool to see how it turns out because they be doing their own thing. It's sometimes in watercolor it's not you in control, if you know what I mean. It is the watercolors. Honestly, I think I'll be done this soon. I think I'm just gonna do my final touches. But you know, it might not look done to some people, but it's done to me. And I don't like overworking my pieces too much because I feel like sometimes it can get too much, and then in your yeah, it just like loses its kind of, I don't know, it loses its personality. I don't like the white pieces in the corner, so I'm just gonna like bring brown out. Sometimes I do that just because I'm scared to like get it under the lines. It's dry. Okay, it didn't look dry. That's an interesting green. Anyway, I see that I need to add more darkness on that rock. I need to add more transitional pinks in between the orange and the purple. Oh, that's bright. I'm just gonna water down red because I was actually using like a pink from the palette. I don't want to look at that, so. Okay, I think this is done. I will come back and I will show you how it looks like dried. Here is the finished piece. I'll give you a close-up. I think I did a good job. Let me know what you think. Give me any tips. And I'll see you in the next video. And goodbye.